If you don't believe in something, you will fall for anything. Do you think that's true? Do you believe in something? Do you believe in anything? What do you believe in? Who are you? If you are someone who has ever asked yourself that question, it's not really an easy answer. Who am I? That is a question that you may ask your entire life. It may take you your entire life to discover who you really are. But today, I'm here to share a simple way to maybe start understanding who you really are. I'm Shelly Aristizabal, and I am the creator of Manifest Your Bliss. It is my podcast that I have been doing for quite some time now, and this will be my second podcast on understanding your core values. So if you haven't already, subscribe here to my video channel, my YouTube channel, but also go to Spotify, iTunes, Google, wherever it is that you listen to podcasts, and subscribe to my podcast and listen to episode 88 of season 3. It's the second podcast of season 3 for 2022. And this is the video that goes along with the podcast. So welcome today. I'm so happy that you have joined me here today as we do a quick overview of the podcast. Listen to the podcast. I give a lot more details in the podcast, but in the video, I kind of show you some visuals and maybe a little follow-up on what we discuss in the podcast. So, who am I? I have been doing personal development truly my whole adult life. I have read lots and lots of personal development books. I have dug deep in trying to understand, who I am, what's my purpose, why am I here, what do I stand for? And I have to say the exercise today, developing and understanding your true core values, is very powerful, and it really helps you understand pretty much like, what am I living for? What am I willing to die for? But what am I living for? What do I stand for? Who I am. And it should show up when you really get clear on what it is that you believe and what you stand for, then it will show up in everything that you do. So today, really simply, I want to share a quick little exercise that you can do. And basically you can download this anywhere, but I will also have it, of course, on my podcast. On my website, manifestyourbliss.com. If you go there, put in your email, you'll get on my list and you'll get all the updates on everything that I'm going through this year. Because if you listened to last week's episode, this whole year is about manifesting bliss. And I'm writing my second book, which is This Is Your Year to Manifest Your Bliss. So it's a great guide for you. These little exercises that I do only take a few minutes, but they will make a big difference. So if you're someone like me who is really trying to get the most out of my life, knowing who you are is a big part of this. So basically, understand your core values. What you can do to do this exercise basically is find a list of words. And these words will help you kind of narrow down really what touches your heart. And you'll know by looking at the list. So basically, this is a pretty short list. There's about 100 words on this list. There are some lists that have 200 words, but I like this list. I got this from like a leadership institute. But, the words are here. And you first look at these words and you go through them. And you will know in advance that you are trying to narrow your list down to 3 to 5 words that you feel are important to you. And now the interesting thing is I on this list, and I like this list because there are some values that I think are just a given, right? Like honesty, integrity, trustworthiness, those certain words. They're really not on the list, but if they're really important to you, add them to the list. Like, some people might be like, integrity is, a person if without integrity, I can't live. Now, I believe that integrity, honesty, trustworthiness are just yeah, everybody has those. But anyway, the point is that you go through this list the first time through and you circle all of the words that feel important to you. And again, they're all important words, right? They're all important probably at some level to everybody, but you can even just say to yourself, to be authentic is really important. I think it's important to be honest with yourself and show up in an authentic way. Circle that word, and for some people, like achievement, it's important to have achievements, but it's not gonna, I know for a fact it's not gonna be one of my top 5, right? Then don't circle it. So go ahead and circle it. So you're gonna circle, the words that just touch you. And it's amazing when you do this, you are able to do it. You're able to say, obviously, optimism is really high on my list, but openness isn't, that's not as important. So circle the words. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go through the circled words and you're going to start comparing them. Let's just say that you have optimism and passion both circled, which I do. And then you might want to say, gosh, is there one more important? Is passion more important than optimism? I'm very optimistic, but is that something that I'm willing to fight for? My optimism, maybe not, but my passion is. So now you're going to start, what I do is I do the circles, and then next I do an X, or maybe I even cross some of the circled words out, because I'm going to keep narrowing it down. In that exercise, try to get down to 10. So now you have your 10 words that are really just, you value, right? Because this is about who you are. And these words, may evolve, but I'm just going to say, if you do this exercise a year from now, most likely they're going to stay the same. All right. So now what you want to do is get it down to 5 words, 3 to 5. If you can get to 3, yikes. I mean, those are words that you will live and die for. But get down to your 5 words. And now, my gosh, it's so funny, because when you have your 5 words, and I'll just read my 5 words to you, the 5 words that I come up with time and time again when I do this exercise are freedom, passion, adventure, love, and fun. Those are words that, that is important to me. And you're going to have words that are different for you. But I want to make sure it helps me when I make decisions in life, when I make decisions about business even. It's like, does this decision I'm making line up with my core values? So what happens is, it's amazing when you are very clear on your core values, how you make decisions in life going forward. So do this exercise. Listen to the podcast. Do the exercise. And if you want to share your core values, then please share them with me. Go to Instagram or Facebook. I'd love to have some engagement with you on what's important to you as we go through this year together. So have your best day ever, and I look forward to now seeing you again soon.